Charles, give us a sense of how things went for you in court today. How are you feeling at this point?
Well, Ryan, let's start off from the fundamental premise that I think both of the civil lawsuits in which I represent Casey Anthony are baseless, that they're not designed to achieve justice, and that there are motives different from those we ordinarily see in court. So I think part of the motive is that both of the plaintiffs want to be the first to break the story of what really happened between Casey and Kaylee. And I'm not doing anything to help them accomplish that objective. Now, the fact of the matter is, Casey Anthony has valid Fifth Amendment privileges. She's not asking for anything more or anything less than anyone else is entitled to under our Constitution. And the Fifth Amendment privilege is one of the most sacred. I believe Judge Munyon understands, well, she expressly said she did, that the privilege remains valid while the appeal's pending. And we feel good about the statement she made, which I think evidence a understanding that the Zenata Gonzalez case is predicated upon the allegation that in July of 2008, Casey Anthony made a false statement in which she allegedly identified this plaintiff as being someone who kidnapped her child. The statement that Casey Anthony made to law enforcement about someone kidnapping her child is one of the counts of which she was convicted and is the precise count on appeal. So it's pretty simple, I think, to see that the cases and the privilege are inextricably intertwined.
Now, Charles, let me ask you this then.
Let
me ask you this then, Charles, and I think this is something that are on a lot of people's minds. I think a lot of people thought Casey might have civil cases coming up after this case, and that appeal to some seems a bit convenient, that even though she's been convicted, she served her time, she's filing an appeal. I know you're not her criminal attorney, but was one of the reasons why this appeal was filed to protect her in circumstances like this?
Well, Ryan, I don't think I could answer that.
Okay.
You know, it would be privileged, but you know, there is a benefit to her if she prevails on the appeal. She will not have these 4 convictions on her record. And I encourage all of my clients, I do criminal defense as well as commercial litigation, civil litigation, like we're involved in here. And I would encourage any client who had a valid appeal and they could get rid of some convictions to get rid of them, because ultimately, if you should get in other criminal problems down the road, there would be points that would score against you on your criminal history. So there are benefits to her. What her motives are, what our motives are, I won't go into that.